Medical disparities that affect Black communities aren't a them problem, they're a we problem. Because when one part of the system is broken, the whole thing suffers. So today, I'm asking you to care, even if you've never lived it, not out of guilt, but out of humanity. Let's get into it.
To understand why so many Black Americans mistrust the medical system, we have to go back, not centuries, but decades. Start with the Tuskegee syphilis study. For 40 years, Black men with syphilis were told they were receiving treatment. They weren't. Doctors just watched the disease eat away at their bodies so they could track its effect. Some died. Others suffered in silence, never told the truth. Or Henrietta Lack, her cells taken without her consent, commercialized and studied worldwide while her family remained in poverty. Her DNA powered major medical breakthroughs, but her name was nearly erased from history. And even earlier, during slavery, Black women were subjected to surgeries without anesthesia. The justification that they didn't feel pain the same way white people did. That myth still lingers in hospitals today, in how pain is assessed, in how treatment is delayed. This isn't distant history, it's recent, and most importantly, it was intentional. These were policies, practices, beliefs. They saw Black bodies as tools, not people, disposable, exploitable, inconvenient. That legacy passed down through families, through memories. It's inherited biologically in the stress markers we carry in our genes. So when a Black patient hesitates to trust, they're not overreacting. They're remembering what happened to their grandparents, what they saw on TV or experienced firsthand. And whether consciously or not, they're asking, will I be safe here? Because history shapes the present, today, medical mistrust shows up in devastating ways. It's the Black mother who feels ignored in the delivery room and is 4 times more likely to die from childbirth complications than her white counterparts. It's the Black man labeled dramatic or drug seeking. It's in the silence around mental health, the hesitation to seek therapy, the fear of being misunderstood, misdiagnosed, or overmedicated. Studies show Black Americans are less likely to receive pain medication than white patients for the same conditions, less likely to be referred for advanced care, less likely to be diagnosed accurately, more likely to suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, and certain cancers, and more likely to die from diseases that could have been treated if caught in time. The mistrust doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from experience, from family stories, from seeing loved ones mistreated, misdiagnosed, or dismissed, from appointments where doctors interrupt or talk over you, from specialists who don't explain, from being spoken about rather than spoken to. It comes from subtle slights that pile up, the sigh when you ask too many questions, the raised eyebrows at your concern, the recommendation that feels like a dismissal, and so the cycle continues. People avoid care, conditions worsen, outcomes decline, and then the system turns around and blames the patient for being non-compliant, for waiting too long. But how do you comply with a system that's failed you? How do you trust it when history and evidence say you shouldn't? Those patterns, they're deadly. Because when mistrust becomes survival, healthcare becomes a gamble, and too often that gamble costs lives.